for the hunter, which is Greensheep, and the
But
mage.
there's no Death Rattle in turn 2, at least for now.
So freeze mage versus hunter here. How does this matchup go down, Lothar?
That really depends on the build of the hunter. It's like if it's like a super bursty face hunter, then the face hunter is really favored. If it's a mid-range hunter, then it can mean that the mage can be on top. We'll have to see. Like maybe the players even put the flares back or Chasm Mystics into the hunter. Who knows?
Well, I've seen that teched into a couple of decks in this tournament so far. What do you think about that turn 2 play from Kitkatz there, throwing out the Doomsayer straight onto the Undertaker to
Well,
negate the Undertaker?
it was definitely correct because he doesn't know that there's no Death Rattle in turn 2 to follow up the Undertaker. If he knew that, he would probably play the Mad Scientist. So it was a correct play, but it just didn't pan out the way he wanted to.
The Acolyte of Pain coming out for Kitkatz and the Mad Scientist, that's very, very important. But the Piloted Shredder, a decent minion for Greensheep on board here, and does have, he has Knife Jugglers, he's got his Hero Power, obviously. He's going to start raining in the damage here. But he opts to trade for the Acolyte of Pain to deny the third card draw.
Weird. It's like you're trading one card draw from your opponent for 4 points of damage, and I think every single point of damage against a freeze mage is super important.
How do you feel about the freezing trap up against the Mad Scientist here? Is that a good tempo play?
Yeah, I think that's a very good tempo play. Because you deny the mage getting a secret, which can be a crucial ice block for the final turn. And most likely this type of matchups will end when, an example, Freeze Mage will set up his ice block, then make an Extrasa play and burst down the Hunter next turn. But in this situation, when there's the freezing trap, well, it's a tough call to make. Do I attack or do I not attack? Like most of the hunters that are not face hunters are playing one snake trap and one freezing trap. So, well, but Kitkatz is playing. I'm sorry, Greensheep is playing 2 freezing traps, which is very odd for today's meta.
Indeed, but there's a second Doomsayer coming down, and that's going to deny pretty much any play this turn.
At least Hunter has a really good hero power.
Yeah, but he's going to play the freezing trap here, and he's going to play the web spinner to pop that. I guess he's thinking, he's not going to get any use of an Undertaker. And there's a Shrinkmeister and a Savannah Highmane. Oh man, coming off the web spinner, that's going to be a third Savannah Highmane in this deck. And he got that on turn 5 as well. He's going to be able to play it straight away on turn 6. That's just horrible.
Horrible for the mage, of course.
That's great for Greensheep, though. He gets a Savannah Highmane, and I guess you go ahead and just put that down on the board, maybe?
Well, I think so.
It seems like a pretty good play, I guess.
Yeah. There's still the freezing trap on board, and you don't want to trigger any of those minions. Well, maybe you can kill Loot Hoarder, actually, with your... If you're into trading, then you want to kill the Loot Hoarder, because then you deny the secret for the mage. And you did that before, so if you want to stick to the plan, you can do this, definitely.
Now, I did make a slight mistake, I think, when I was talking about the Greensheep's record here. I'm not sure. It looks like he might have to win this game to stay in it here. He may have lost one of his games 0-2, so he needs to win here to get through. So this is a very important series for him in the group. My settings sitting on a 6-3 record. Kitkatz currently at 4-1, so it would look like a pretty good one for Kitkatz. If he's able to win, he's probably going to get through. But it's going to be between Greensheep and Kitkatz.
This is a good call from Kitkatz here to attack face with the Loot Hoarder, just because he might be thinking that this is a snake trap now, so wanted to check first.
Sure. It actually looks like Greensheep will probably have to 2-0 Kitkatz to qualify from the group here. So if Kitkatz even loses 2-1, I think Kitkatz probably goes through based on the records of the two. Based on the records, if he loses 2-1, it would probably go through. based on just winning more games. And in the game he lost, Greensheep was too old. So if Kitkatz wins a game in the game that he loses, he's going to go through on the tiebreaker score. But that Savannah High main is going to start to cause big problems here.
Yeah,
And
that's 6 points of damage. That's a huge chunk of Jaina's health. Like it's like whole arm off.
and having those big minions on board, very, very important for popping these ice blocks.
Definitely. And you want a hero power each turn, and with each minion you play on board, you get a half of the hero power worth. So that's really important.
And there's a Blizzard available here for the mage. That feels like probably the best option.
But if you do Blizzard, then you don't really do anything about the Savannah High main next turn. But, what else you can do? You know what's funny? That Stun Task Boar can be crucial in this situation. That 1 point of damage can just push for little or pop the ice block.
And being able
to
to enable a kill command for 1 mana is very important as well.
Yep.
So that can curve really well. And the Hunter is very, very close to popping this ice block here. In fact, he's going to be able to do that next turn more than likely. And that's going to be a snake trap for Greensheep, right?
How many points of damage does Greensheep has? Like, yeah, he can go for the win next turn.
It's an explosive trap, in fact.
Okay, that's kind of wrecking his plan. I bet he was thinking it's snake trap, just because it was already 2 freezing traps.
That extra charge on the Eagle Horn bow is going to be very important as well.
Yeah, but it's more important that the Alexstrasza has 6 points of health.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be able to trade with Savannah High main, and the ice block is going to get. I'm not sure.
You don't want to attack. You want to pop off the ice block with your hero power.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so does the hero power doesn't trigger the ice barrier?
Yeah, exactly, because it's not an attack. So you want to use the hero power to trigger the ice block, and that's it. You can trade then for the Alexstrasza.
No.
Well, then he wants to trigger it anyway with ignoring the Alexstrasza, I think. Or he will just trade the... Yeah, he will trade the Huffer into... No, it's not. Okay, so what's the plan here?
If he's going all in here... Oh no, so he is trading the Savannah High main.
But he didn't trigger... Oh no, he's triggering it with the ice block. With his hero power, okay.
He's popped the ice block.
But there's the second ice block, so this is most probably a win for the mage. If he will... Well, wait, now you play the ice block, and you can play Fireball and Pink for 7 points of damage, and next turn is Talnos, Fireball, Pink for 8. And that's it.
Wow, so that's the Freeze Mage is going to come from behind here.
Yeah.
It looks like...
That's... You know why? That's because you traded with that Acolyte of Pain in the beginning of the game.
Sure, I mean, against Freeze Mage, every point of damage is just so important. And that's going to be it. The Thalnos is going to come down. Fireball is going to be enough with the ping to give Freeze Mage kind of an unlikely victory against the Hunter.
Yep. It looked grim for Kitkatz, but he pulled it up, so really nicely done.
And that probably means that Kitkatz is going to be able to... It's going to come down to... I believe... Kitkatz is going to go through in this group, but we will see how that shakes out in the end. But we'll see. Greensheep is going to have to reverse all kill with the Freeze Mage here. It's going to be a Freeze Mage mirror match to start with, and
really,
then
a very skillful match for sure. But you know, a long one.
Yep, we're going to see this Freeze Mage mirror match, and then Kitkatz is going to have his Druid should the Freeze Mage fall. How do you rate what are the key cards in the Freeze Mage mirror match, Lothar?
I'm not so experienced when it comes to Freeze Mages, especially in mirror matches. It's not like my deck of choice. But if I would have to say anything about that matchup, Alexstrasza is the key here for sure, and Antonidas, I think. Those are the 2 cards that are really important in that matchup.
Definitely. I mean, as we saw, I think if you remember the VIA game House Cup game between RDU and Forsen, the middle finger is a key component of the Freeze Mage Mirror match if you're Forsen. But we're straight into it here, and looking at it, it looks like Kitkatz probably has the better hand here with the Thalnos and the Acolyte of Pain. Not a huge amount going for the Hand of Greensheep, but the Arcane Intellect is going to help.
Yeah.
Do you develop the Ice Block here, or do you try and draw more cards with the Arcane Intellect?
Well, you have it in hand, you can actually play it anyway.
Sure, so the Thalnos down for Kitkatz is going to go for the Arcane Intellect to draw more cards.
There's so many possibilities I can do in that mirror match. Like you even want to deal as much damage as possible with your one attack creatures, or two if you have a mad scientist. This can be also very crucial. But it's definitely a war of attrition between those mages.
Definitely,
and you
we're
want
going
to
see
get the free secrets from the mad scientist. That's for sure. That's one of the most crucial cards also in this type of matchups.
But they both have secrets in hand already, though.
Yeah, well, you know, you will get the ones from the deck. You will thin your deck. You know, I think I have to improve my knowledge about this matchup in particular. Like I'm watching the cards, I'm not really sure what would I play here. Like you want to trigger your Acolyte of Pain, but do you want to also kill the Mad Scientist so soon?
And play your own secret. That doesn't feel very efficient, giving your opponent a free secret and then using the mana to play your own.
Yeah.
And that's, I believe, an Ice Barrier that's come up for green. No, the Ice Barrier, yep, that's gone up for Kitkatz. Not sure what secret it is that Greensheep got from the Mad Scientist.
It's Ice Block because he's not. No, sorry, it's Ice Barrier too because he's being able to play his Ice Block from hand.
Okay, good tell. Well done, Lothar. Yep, and he's actually, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to play that, and he's thinking about getting this Acolyte of Pain off the board.
Oh, it's important to get that Acolyte of Pain off from the board if you want to get additional damage from that Loot Hoarder. But he didn't want to do it. Weird. Maybe he's valuing more the draw from the Loot Hoarder.
Yeah.
Cone of Gold, completely useless.
Yep, that's going to be absolutely useless in this matchup. One of those very dead cards. Doomsayer coming down from Kitkatz.
You just have to make room in his hand. Oh, that's the MVP of the matchup.
And there's the other Doomsayer.
Alex Straza.
Alex Straza is going to be so crucial. Both got Ice Barrier and Ice Block up right now. This is we talked about a war of attrition. And this is going to be a nice long match to finish us out for the day.
Kitkatz has to be happy that he has the coin and Antonidas in his hand. This is like, wow, so much damage. You can transfer all those cards like coin, Frostbolt into fireballs. You can play turn 8, Antonidas, coin, Frostbolt. Oh no, turn 9 will be actually like coin, Frostbolt, Ice Lance. So you will have 3 more fireballs in your hand. So I think you can easily say that you have the damage output needed even without the Alex Straza.
That's a very difficult matchup to call at this stage. Obviously, it's going to be coming down to how they draw and how their cards come out.
I don't even know if you want to trigger the Ice Barrier from your opponent. Like it just it gives him another way to deal damage. I mean to avoid your fireballs. And at this point, I think it's not even. It's not it's not a good option to attack at all. Just play. The other thing is, Kitkatz is second, so he will have to play his Antonidas before turn 9 from Greensheep, just to make the pressure on the board. So Greensheep will not be able to play the Alexstrasza afterwards, because he would be sure that it's basically Kitkatz will be triggering his Ice Block afterwards. No secret from the second Mad Scientist.
That's very important to deny that secret, the secret tempo from the Mad Scientist. Yeah, I was gonna say Kitkatz playing that Mad Scientist when he has 2 secrets up.
Alexstrasza. So, do you use it now? No, it's just 8 points of damage. You can just use. I think you just use Antonidas here. Just get 2 additional Frostbolts. Well, then the Alexstrasza is kind of useless. So maybe you do use Alexstrasza right now. Then you
can't use it. It's only turn 8. You can't use the Alexstrasza. Well, he does have the coin, yeah.
But you want to keep the coin for the Antonidas. So it doesn't really make sense.
Is he just gonna play Frost Nova here? Okay.
Okay, so he just made space for his next card, but he had
he had the space in his deck already, in his hand already.
Yeah, but he's preparing for the fireballs next turn. But the problem is, as I said, he didn't play the Antonidas before Alexstrasza from Greensheep. And now this is a great threat to him. What does he do? He will have to play Antonidas, Coin, Frostbolt, Alexstrasza, and Iceland's Face. Iceland's Alexstrasza again.
But he has to kill the Alexstrasza, because if he doesn't kill Alexstrasza, then Greensheep has lethal here with the Fireball double.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have to kill it. He can just freeze it.
Yeah, sure. He has to stop the damage coming in.
Yeah, but still, he's in a bad position, because he will be not triggering the Ice Block first, I think.
Yeah. So Doomsayer Frost Nova coming down.
How much points of damage does Greensheep has? Not much, to be honest.
He has.
Now he has some.
Now he has a lot. Now he has 19.
Yeah.
But he needs to pop the second ice barrier. He needs to pop the ice block.
No, he doesn't need to pop the ice barrier. Now he has 3 points from Frostbolts, 8 points from Ice Lances, so that's 11. And then you just trigger the opposing Ice Block, and that's it. He doesn't have the second Ice Block
as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to use the Frostbolt and the Ice Lances here to trigger.
Perfect combination and 1 point of HP. So that's very important. And now Kitkatz is forced to use his Alexstrasza on himself.
And can he come back from that position?
Yeah. And now afterwards, he's basically winning.
Because he has the Pyroblast.
Yeah, but now depends on the draws. If Greensheep plays Pyroblast, but we don't know that. He basically has
does have the Pyroblast in the deck, so that is available to him. Gets the Big Game Hunter into hand, which is good.
He has to play the Acolyte, ping it to get a draw, and then Big Game Hunter the Alexstrasza, and basically not attack and draw into Fireball and Pyroblast. That's the only way you can win, I think.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and ping the Acolyte. Get an Arcane Intellect. That's really unfortunate. Doesn't have enough mana to play that this turn.
Yeah.
And there's the second Ice Lance.
Antonidas and spam spells.
Spam spells. In fact, you can Antonidas Frostbolt double Ice Lance to get 3 more fireballs. In fact, yeah, with the coin, you're going to get 4 more fireballs into hand there.
I don't think you even care about the creatures. Like they won't attack because you have ice barrier.
Is he trading here?
He's
He
killing the Dragon
is.
Hunter. Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't really matter because you will have 4 points of damage from the ice block, from the ice lances. So he'll be at 18. But that's still not enough to trigger the ice block the turn afterwards. So that's like
He has enough fireballs though. They trigger next turn.
no. That's 18 point of life. So if Greensheep stops the Antonidas from attacking, uh, he will not get lethal at all.
There's Doomsayer. Doomsayer Frost Nova available to Greensheep here if he wants to kill
He
the
has to dig
Antonidas.
for he has to dig for damage. That's his only way to win this matchup.
As you say, the Antonidas probably isn't going to attack because of the ice barrier.
Ooh, what happened?
Just briefly lost the video there.
Yeah, but the game will be
It's coming back
soon.
here. There we
Yeah.
go.
So nothing changed.
So he does get a Frostbolt.
Well, you need that frostbolt for face, but the problem is you need to stop the Antonidas from attacking too. And so you need the mad scientist on board too, I think. You should have attacked with the acolyte first. You don't have to. You don't want to attack face for sure. Yeah, you should have attacked first.
So there's a Fireball. Fireball Frostbolt in hand. Second ice
Oh,
block for
ice block!
Kitkatz.
Now that's a game-winning draw right now. Just because you can deny popping the ice block. I mean, deny killing himself with a burst from Greensheep. So that was
Absolutely.
really
Ice block goes
important.
up. And Fireballs for days in the hand of Kitkatz. He's only going to be able to use one.
Still enough.
I mean,
You
he
got
does probably
6.
have enough Fireballs.
Yeah, that's a handful. Antonidas of Greensheep goes into play, but that's not really useful. Now there's no way of triggering the ice block now. So
What to do? What to do?
so you put the mad scientist and you ping it for 1 and frostbolt face Kitkatz. I mean, no, use fireball. I think you have to kill your own scientist next turn, so you have to ping it in this turn, or just play, or you can just play sheep next turn and ping this sheep. But that's the waste of mana, I think.
So he's going to go with the Antonidas here and Frostbolt. There's a second
Okay,
ice
that's
block.
even better. Yeah, that's better because I was thinking that he will lack possibility to trigger the mad scientist next turn, and he can actually just fireball his own set mad scientist to get the ice block. But he will be short of triggering the ice block of Kitkatz, and Kitkatz will trigger the ice block afterwards. So he's still in a bad position. Like you have to trigger the ice block now. Whoops. We lost the view again.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble with the Skype video here, which is what's
Skype
sharing
is
the...
Yeah. Nothing changed. Oh wait, did something change? Yeah, it changed. It changed. There was 2 fireballs and a ping.
And
so
yep.
the ice block was triggered. So now the problem is you have to, as I said, you have to kill your own mad scientist to get the second ice block, but then Kitkatz will trigger it anyway. So most likely Kitkatz is in a winning position here.
It doesn't feel this isn't the most viewer friendly game for us to be casting. To be honest, there's not a huge amount going on, but it is, very intricate the way these guys are working out how they're going to pop the ice blocks, how they're then going to do damage, and just making sure they have enough damage.
Yeah.
Doomsayer coming down there to pop the mad scientist for
Well,
Greensheep.
that's very smart, but you still don't pop the ice block of your opponent.
No. In fact, he's one short of being able to do that.
And if you attack with
No,
your
he can pop. You can pop, because if he attacks with the Antonidas, he pops the ice barrier, of course.
Yeah.
So frustrating not being able to attack.
Why would you do that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, because he didn't have the ice block. Oh, I feel so confused. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
And the fireball is going to pop the ice block of Greensheep, and Greensheep is going to be able to pop the ice block of Kitkatz this turn, and in fact, Greensheep is now out of card, but he physically doesn't have enough now.
Yeah, that's true. You're not able to kill off your opponent anyway. Still just honorable Subaru.
Yeah. Unless he was able to hero power 6 times, Greensheep was not going to be able to win that match. So it's going to be a 2-0 for Kitkatz, and Greensheep had a great record on day 1, but unfortunately not able to do it again in this stage. So Kitkatz is going to go through.